we'll discuss like with the practical examples what are classes and all. So using the class attribute, we can the class attribute is often used to point to a class name in a style sheet. So it can also be used by a JavaScript to access and manipulate the elements with the specific class name. So we'll just do some, like we'll get some example and we'll see how it works. So for this example, we'll create one more .html file, because just to avoid the confusion. So I'll just create one more file and we'll just see it in there. So we'll create a new file and we'll save it as dot. So we'll keep it as second file .html. So save this, and then here, now all we'll do is, firstly we'll give this doc type declaration, html, and then we'll be closing this and we'll start this html. And then in this we have this all structure, and in this we'll just remove this because we currently don't need this all to show this. And in this we'll create this style attribute, I mean style element. So in the style element also, let me just show you with whatever we have learned. So now let me just open this body tag, and here in the body I'll open a div element. So this div element, in the div element I am giving my H2 London, and the P, London is a capital of England. So we'll just copy it down from here and we'll give it. So where is our so we'll copy this down and we'll just go here and we'll give this. And okay, so we just got some wrong text. Let me just go back and let's reconfirm this. So copy this and then paste it. And yes, so here we have the two elements, H2 element and P element. So in the H2 element we have London, and in the P element we have got some paragraph. And then we'll again open one more div tag, and in the div tag now we'll tell about the Paris. So opening the in the H2 we are giving it to be Paris, and then in the P tag, so we'll be giving it as Paris is the capital of France. So Paris is the capital of France, and make a full stop. And then again we'll open one more div element, div tag, and in this we'll just give it to be Tokyo, and we'll just do it with the Tokyo, and then the paragraph. Inside the paragraph we'll be giving that Tokyo is capital of Japan. So the Tokyo is capital of Japan. So in this way we have created three div elements, and in the div elements now we'll style them. So how will we style them is we'll be using this class. So using this class attribute, for the first div element I will be giving class is equals to, in the class I'm giving the value to be city. So the first class will be city, and also I just want to do the same thing for this also. So in the IDs we cannot create, like for the classes the multiple elements can have the same class. So we can do that. We can just give this class to be city again, and again we can give one more class to be city. This is useful when you want to give some styling to some particular elements which are not related. Like if you want to give styling to some heading tag and some paragraph and some image, you cannot all the time just go there and give some style attribute and give the same thing again and again. But now you can just give some class attribute, and in the class attribute you can just give the same class attribute value to all of them, and now you can just style one class attribute and that will be applied to all of the elements that are having this as their class. So now we'll go to the style element, and here in the style element we will be now styling the class. So whenever you're styling the class, remember to you need to use this full stop before this class name. You remember, if you remember, while using this id we have used the hash, and for using this elements we have not used anything, and while using this classes we have to use a full stop or dot. So that's the thing that you need to remember while styling the classes ids and the normal elements. So now while we are styling the classes, we have used this full stop, and in the city I want the background color. So the background color to be tomato color, and then I want the color to be white, and then I want this border. So I just want to give some border to be 2 pixels, and solid black color. And one more thing, margin, I want my margin to be 20 pixels, and then I want the padding also to be 20 pixels. And let's save this, and now we'll see. After we saving this, we'll just head over to this and we'll just see. And now we can see how this looks like, and isn't it looking like organized and a well styled manner? So you can just use this div elements, your style attributes, and your style elements and css properties to make such good organized content and some attractive content on your web page. And now in the following example, we have used this div, and we'll just do the same by using the span. So we'll which is the inline element as we have discussed. So we'll just go to the code editor, and then now we'll do the same with the span. So let us create one more folder for this span, so that you'll just get to know how we are using them and all. So firstly we'll save them as your third file. So the third file dot html, save this. And now let's do the same as the previous one. Firstly we need this doc type declaration. So doc type html, and so this declaration is must, and then we'll be using this html tag, and let me just remove this. And inside that we'll be using, so now here we'll be just starting some style tag, and we'll be using this element, and then we are just doing all these things from what we have learned. And now we'll just start in the body, we'll start a h1 tag. So in the h1 tag, now I am telling that my important heading. So this is my important heading, and here I want to give the span for this important. So I'll be giving the span for this, and here I'll be closing it. And then let me just do one more after this, that is my p tag. So inside the p tag, I would say that this is my some important text, some important. So inside the span, I want to give the important again. So important. Here I'll be giving text. So this is my some important text, and in above that we have this h1. This is my important heading, and I have given span for this important in both the cases. So I'll be giving this class for the span, both of the spans. So because I want to style both of them, so I'll give it to be note, and again in this span also I'll be giving the class to be note. And now all we'll do is we'll just save this one, and then we'll just go to the style element, and here in this we'll be using this dot note, because the note is the class. We are using this dot notation, and then we'll be opening the flower brackets, and inside that I want my font size for this particular class elements to be, let's say I want it to be 120%. So let me do that 120%, and then I want the color, so the color to be red color. And let's save this and let's check it out, and here you go with it. So you can see that this important in the heading and also in the paragraph have been has this font size increased, and also the color has been made to red. So in this way you can use the span and the div elements, and you can just use the style attribute to style your particular class elements. So the class attribute can be used on any HTML element. So the class name is case sensitive. That is the point that need to be noted down. If you give, let's go to the code, let's go to the editor, and let's say you have given note here, and you have given capital note here. So I have given this capital note. Let's save and let's check it out. You can see that this styling has not reflected in this important now, because it is case sensitive. So you have to use the, if you are using the uppercase letters, you have to use the same with the others, if you are meaning to be making both of them at as a one class. And if at all you want it to be different, you can just use other uppercase or lowercase, but be cautious with like what case you use and what you are what you are going to do and all. So for now let's keep it to be note, and then now we'll see about the syntax of the class. To create a class with a period, that is the full stop that we have seen here, with a period followed by the class name, and then we'll be defining this css properties and all within the curly braces. And now we'll discuss about the multiple classes. In the HTML, the elements can belong to more than one classes. To define multiple classes, separate the class name with spaces. So if at all you want to give this div to two different classes, like it belongs to two different classes. One is city and one more is main. So these are two different classes. This means that uh, the element can be styled according to all the classes specified. Like if this main has got some style, it will get that, and also if the city has got some style, it will get that too. So when what this means is this particular element belongs to this class and also the main class. It belongs to city and main class. So this is the one thing about the multiple classes, that the HTML elements can be having can be belonging to more than one class, and then the different elements can share this same class as we have done here. So the different elements here are sharing the same class, the city class. So in this way also we can do. So we even use this classes in the JavaScript to perform certain tasks for specific elements. So JavaScript can access elements with specific class name by using this get elements by class name function, class name method. So it is something like get element name elements. Let's get elements by class name. So this method can be used in the JavaScript. Yeah, this method can be used in the JavaScript to get the access this elements with a specific class name. So we'll be discussing about this in the future parts of the video. For now, this is just for the example, like where we use this class attribute and all.